Mark. This job is 100 times worse than Al-Qaeda.
What's the problem?
I sit in a cube, Mark. A fucking cube, like a goddamn gerbil all day. What kind of life is that?
We all sit in a cube. Metaphysically speaking.
When I was a little girl, I dreamed of many possible futures. A princess, a ballet dancer, a famous doctor. You know what those dreams had in common?
What?
None of them included me playing 6 hours of Bejeweled in a fucking cube.
Life doesn't always turn out the way we'd hoped. Do you know what I wanted to be?
And it's not just the cube. It's the monotony.
A projectionist.
The mind-numbing, life-crushing sameness of meaningless busy work, and horrifically inane small talk about reality television with people I hate.
It was all I ever talked about as a child.
Instead of doing great things, I spent my life avoiding eye contact as the elevator makes its slow crawl up to our floor, and laughing at unfunny jokes as I wait to use the copier.
My parents said to me, "Why a projectionist? Be a director. Or an actor. Or even the guy who gets coffee for the director."
I sit at my computer and refresh Facebook 600 times a day until the clock says I can go home.
But I told them, no, I want an achievable dream.
I can literally feel the vitality of my womanhood draining away in quiet moments of despair, as I feign interest in conversations, like the one we were having now.
A small, insignificant, achievable little dream, which, as it turns out, I was not able to achieve.
I have not produced a tangible piece of legitimate work since July.
Being a projectionist is all about who you know. You have to join the union. But they won't let you join.
You know, sometimes I dream about setting fire to this whole office building. I'd sneak in at midnight when nobody is around, and douse the place with gasoline.
They wouldn't even let me interview. Go home, they said. We don't want you here.
Then I'd light a match and watch the whole unholy building burn with the fires of purification.
I asked them, can somebody at least validate my parking? But they said the guy that does it was on his lunch break, and they didn't know when he'd be back.
The next day people would come to work and be like, "Oh my God. What happened here?" And I'd say, "Gee, I have no idea."
The joke was on them though, because I bought a little projector at a flea market, and I run it at home.
But I'd be laughing on the inside.
It doesn't work, of course. The projector. But I just put on the DVD and pretend.
And one day, when they finally built a new office, I'd burn the place down again.
To make it more authentic, I turn off all the lights and hide behind the couch, so you can't see me. You should never see the projectionist.
There's nothing quite as beautiful as a fire set by your own hand.
Well, thanks for the chat. I think I'll go home and run a daytime feature. Maybe The Karate Kid. Say, would you care to join me?
You know what? I'd love to.
Great. I'll bring popcorn.
Perfect. I'll bring my gasoline can.